So I've been picking up on a lot of abandoned energy. There's all different kinds of stuff coming up, so I didn't pick it up right away. I think originally when it started, it was coming off as like energy that was alone, energy that had been left alone, and it seemed also unusual that that energy was left alone. But then I kind of started getting, and it might have even started towards the beginning, but a lonely energy, right? So not even just left alone, but unhappy about it or feeling like something's missing. And now I'm just getting like a straight, like, kind of like they left me here energy. So lonely, alone, and abandoned. I have no idea who this reading is going to be for or about. I'm trying to be intentional with the cards here because they're acting really weird. It's acting like 18 cards want to flop out on the table, and I would really like it to, be more precise than that. But in that process, but I was going to say in that process, nothing's coming out, and then something came out. King of Swords energy here, upright. I am taking it as like the person that we're like looking at, but I don't know that for sure. That's that Five of Swords. This is the Two of Cups. That's the Seven of Wands. So I'm still getting, I'm still getting that King of Swords is like this like solitary energy. Let me, it seemed like more than that went on the floor, but maybe not. Okay. Right now we're going to assume not. Actually, let me just check. Let me just get up and check. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So, bunch more cards. So we have 4 on the table. Hierophant in reverse. 6 of Wands upright. And the Strength upside down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have the High Priestess upright under the King of Swords. I have the Magician in reverse under that 5 of Swords. So we want 5 more cards. Trying to figure out who the abandoned one is or who we're reading for or what. Because that King of Swords doesn't really speak to me of abandonment. It speaks to me of cutting other people off. It looks like we might, have been defending ourselves. Actually, I see that in a couple cards. But yeah, I can't really tell who's who. Like 5 more cards. Yeah, those cards came out very aggressive too for a deck that wasn't really talking. All right, so under. Okay, but that still doesn't tell me. What's that? Still trying to figure out what's going on with these cards separately and together. Just give me a moment. I'm hoping that these other 3 cards I was going to say are going to give me a better... well, we got more than that. Here we got... Yeah, let's try to figure out what in the heck... Okay, we were cheated on. Abandoned. I mean, were we abandoned? Or did someone just cheat on us and they're like still around? I can't tell. Let's look at everything. So, King of Swords, Five of Swords, Two of Cups, Seven of Wands, Hierophant in reverse, Six of Wands, Strength in reverse. I just got that something was making us weak. And then we got the High Priestess, the Magician in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, Three of Pentacles, the Fool in reverse, and the Five of Cups upright. You know what I gotta see? I see, unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, but I think I'm right. Every card on the table, except for the High Priestess and the King of Swords, they're opposite each other. So these two are upright, but this is upright, reverse, upright, reverse, upright, reverse, reverse, upright, upright, reverse, reverse, upright. And then I have this Four of Cups upright and this Hierophant in reverse. I think somebody did abandon us. I think that Three of Pentacles there is like them wandering off and like picking a third person to like introduce into our relationship. And so for us, I think that was like the abandonment. But I think that we cut them off. That King of Swords with the High Priestess. Like we just kind of felt like we should. Like almost like we had to. Like even if we live under the same roof, we're not in a relationship anymore. We cut them off, like effectively. Yeah, effectively. That's the Emperor. And then I have the Knight of Wands, but he came off in reverse. This operation was a little sloppy because we were in love. Yeah. Oh shit. A bunch of cards just went everywhere. But this Queen of Pentacles in reverse came out first, along with our burdens, that Ten of Wands. And then I got another one on the floor that's face down. I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's the Star. That looks odd. I was going to say I want two more cards, and then they're here on the table. I have the Ace of Wands and the Empress in reverse. Yeah, I thought there was something funny with that Star on top of the Three of Pentacles with the Hierophant in reverse, because the Three of Pentacles with the Hierophant in reverse kind of told me something funky was going on. But then that Star on top kind of told me that someone funky was the Star. And not in the sense that they were the one that was orchestrating whatever was funky, but in the way of all eyes were on them, or all the attention was on them. But they're still not doing anything like cool. Like they're the cool one, but they're not. They're not doing anything cool. It's Ace of Wands, Empress in reverse. I'm getting like a cheating, but I'm not getting like a. Usually when I get a cheating, I get like a specific, like a single situation. In other words, someone picked someone specific to bring into a situation, right? Like a third person, right? So this third person in this one situation, right? But for this, I'm kind of getting that. I'm not getting a specific person. This one flipped out and went back in. What is that? Mystery. The Kraken. It went back in, and we're going to put it back. But it's almost like this person picked like a bunch of someone's. Like one at a time, but like first it was person A, then it was person B. What is this? Resilience. Not sure who that's for just yet. Yeah. It's something funny about this row here. Ace of Wands, Six of Wands, being abandoned, Four of Cups with the Hierophant in reverse, got the Magician in reverse. Which one's this? That Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I'm taking this as like a victory. But why that cold, like abandonment energy? This popped out. Fear. Fear, first of all, will do that to you. We got two more. Hold on. Alchemy and darkness. See, I was getting a darkness from it. Yes, we were abandoned. Yes, we were abandoned because somebody was going after like different people, so just one after another. So we were kind of sitting there. So even if that again, it's not like the person picked a favorite person and then moved on with that. They picked a favorite person and then picked another favorite person and then picked another favorite person. All the while not picking us as their favorite person of the moment. And we're watching, and we're in love. We're in love with this person. But they're turning our marriage upside down. If we're not married, you know, it's like we're married. We're like living together for a while. For them to just do that and then act like nothing's going on is fucking weird. Sorry. They're just doing it. I think it's because we're going, yeah, it's one of those, so, it seemed like something flipped over, but I don't see it. So we're going to keep going. I'm in the universal law trying to get something to flip out. But these shadow cards are hitting me kind of funny. It's almost like we're with someone who's like possibly sociopathic. Because it's too hard. Like you could just pick one person to torment me with, right? That one didn't come all the way out. What was that? The law of polarity in reverse. The moment that you judge anything as good or bad, you set the universe into motion. I'm just going to put this over here like an extra card and grab the one that went on the floor and the other one that came out. The one that was all the way on the floor is the law of tithing. Expand your consciousness and all things will be added. And the law of allowing. Stop trying to fix, change, or control anyone. I got to put them down here for a minute. Polarity. Well, first of all, that thing that they're doing is totally the opposite of us. So aside from the fact that we feel abandoned because they're doing it, we not only would never do that, but we're just not even, we're kind of almost ashamed to even be in the situation because we would never do that. But on top of that, it's kind of like there's a creepiness about it. There's a weird like... it's almost kind of like when you're with somebody for a long time, but then you find out that they have all these friends you never met, and these friends seem, you know, dark, I was going to say. And you kind of start going through your head, like, are we talking cult? Are we talking drug dealers? Like, who are these people? It's almost kind of like that. So we went off with these characters. I was going to call them undesirables, which is funny. I think the only reason why is because I heard that phrase the other day. But either way, I think that's part of the burn, is that they're going with these people that, you know, aren't as good as us. And it's not like they're picking one and falling, you know, that's their favorite. They're over and over again picking people, but not picking us. So making us feel like they wouldn't pick us if they had a chance to do it again. Meanwhile, we are in love. We are in love. I think we went off, maybe not married, but went off with someone who was interested in our money and maybe took advantage of a situation. Somebody who had they were like an opportunist. So they saw I just feel like something isn't, it's weird. I've had to like ask like the same questions over and over, or I've had to like kind of pull cards. I mean, I guess we could call it clarifying, but it's like I'm either not getting the info, like it usually just flows to me. It's like either I'm not getting the info, or it's like it's kind of depends on like which storyline we follow. Like I know we're picking up a bigger group of people, and then sometimes the readings have starting to become more specific. So sometimes I kind of feel like it's the picture narrowing itself down. But the thing is sometimes I get information that's kind of scattered. Like it's almost like it's not part of that reading, like it's part of a different reading. And so then I'm kind of trying to figure out how it fits in. And maybe it could just be something similar, but like kind of different in the way of it's the same story, but it's like a different branch of it starting to fan out in a different area or a different, version of it. But most of the time I feel like it's related to something that's on the table, and even possibly something I'm not looking at the time. And so I'm trying to like figure out where, the star, usually this is like our wish, but this is us watching our wish like go off and be with other people and seeing how these people know that they're with someone. This is us, but not seeing how they're like everybody's looking at this person like this person is God's gift, and this person is obviously cheating because these other people are around, but these other people don't see like how dark they are. And the reason why we know that they're dark is because there's like something weird about the way this is being done. Because we love this person, and because we're still attracted to them, there's something about this doesn't look right. This alchemy card kind of tells me, is that Cersei? This alchemy card kind of tells me that if we're not careful in this situation, we can easily make excuses for someone else and allow the behavior that they're doing to continue. Well, okay, I was trying to figure out where judgment came in, and then I kind of replayed what I just said, and that's that. That's that. Why is this in my hand? Oh, wow. They did something to us. They did it with different people. So that's kind of what stood out. Like I said, if we just had a problem and we just fell in love, like, that we got attached to somebody, we could like make excuses for them and go, oh, well, they just fell in love with this person. They really like this person. But we can't even say that because they keep doing it over and over again. We're watching them do it. Oh, wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. They're messing with our love. See, this was standing. Yeah, this player energy. And everybody, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so the Knight of Wands says, action, go-getter, funny, lustful, daring, driven, adventurous, quick-moving, flirty. So it's like this, and where is it? There's the star. Yes. It's kind of like they're screwing around. They're doing something that isn't cool. Even if people really like them, people they're bringing into the mix think that they're really cool. Anyone who doesn't like to be cheated on should see that it's not very cool. Like anybody, like you don't need to see into the future or be psychic to see a situation's messed up. But for some reason, people think this character is cool. Like they think that they're not, they act like they're the best when they're doing all this stuff to this other person. And I think that's what made them feel abandoned. But I think that we are the King of Swords because we did cut them off. Like maybe we just cut them off emotionally. And we're not just the King of Swords, by the way. We're the Emperor and the High Priestess. We got the High Priestess on the table twice. We cut them off because we saw something funny, or we saw something, you know, almost like, kind of like Twilight Zone-ish. We have the Hierophant twice upside down too. Yes, some just weirdness. It's like something that's unnatural, right? I'm moving the table, which is moving the camera. I thought I fixed that. I'm just gonna fix it again. Yeah, we saw something that was unnatural, but for some reason looked natural and was put in motion, and people were praising. And we got to the point where we realized that this person isn't going to circle back, like this person that we're in love with, that Ace of Cups. And so we decided that okay, well, we're going to have to, you know, if we don't want to be a party in this, which because we're affiliated with this person and we're letting this person do it, we are a party in it, we're going to have to cut this person off, which we did. So we are, like I said, we already felt abandoned before we cut them off. But after we cut them off, again, even if we just cut them off emotionally and they're not even aware of it, we feel abandoned. We feel like we finalized it. That's where this energy is coming from, this abandonment of, you know. But the thing is, though, is I'm trying to see if lately the energies have been like finding the silver lining in things. I think the only thing that we really do see is that we can't hold a torch, we can't carry a cup for someone who does stuff like that, and we can't share our cup with someone who does stuff like that. So we can't be with this person. I mean, we've already been abandoned, but we're still there. But we're not going to get what we want. I was going to say we're not getting what we want, but we're not going to get what we want. And this person is too natural at bringing other people in to the situation, to the point where we don't really feel like we can, like, I was going to say, like, live our love lives. This Empress in reverse, attracting the wrong people, and just creating with them. We might even have gotten or are getting pregnant while we're doing this. So we don't necessarily live together. Yeah. Okay, if that Four of Wands was upright, I would say like we were established. We were really living together, we were married, but so we were able to do this and be in like a totally different house. And now we're lonely. Keep that in mind. Until next time.